बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन यमुना तीरवनचारी यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्री गंगा महाप्रभु की जय, जय गौरंग भगवान की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So we are reading today Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2. So congratulations, you have entered into Canto 2. Last time when I came here, it was Canto 1. है ना? So now we are into Canto 2. Canto 2 is quite a small canto. First canto is very big. Second canto is very small. But even though there is no stories in the second canto. In first canto we have stories of whom? What stories we heard in first canto? Anybody remember? Narada story is there. And first canto, who else stories were there? Parikshit Maharaj story was there. And then Bhishma Dev story was there. And anybody else? Kunti Maharani's story was there. And then Dhritarashtra, some reference was Dhritarashtra Vidura. Yeah, good. Anything? Mother Uttara, she was coming and taking shelter of Lord Krishna. So all these nice stories. And then Narada Brahma. Heard about it? Brahmaji comes to Narada. So all these stories were there in the first canto, but second canto is full philosophy. So let us try to dive into this. Okay. So we'll read the shloka. There is shloka on the screen? No. Okay. Please take out your smartphones. Smartphone with smart people. है ना? People are smart? Okay ना? Smart people have smartphones. ठीक है. Please open Canto 2, Chapter 1, shloka number 7. When you are ready, please let me know. Somebody can share with the kids also. Kids will not have smartphone, but they are smart. है ना? Okay. Ready? Who is not ready, please raise your hand. Okay, everybody is ready. Okay, we will read word. Prayena munayo rajan. Prayena munayo rajan. Nivritta vidhi shedhatah. Nivritta vidhi shedhatah. Nairgunya stha ramante sma. Nairgunyastharamante sma. Guna anu kathane. Gunanu kathane. Harehe. Gunanu kathane harehe. Now we'll read complete shloka. Prayena munayo rajan. Nivritta vidhishedhatah. Nairgunyastharamante sma. Gunanu kathane harehe. Prayena munayo rajan. Nivritta vidhishedhatah. Nairgunyastharamante sma. Gunanu kathane harehe. One more time. Prayena munayo rajan. Nivritta vidhishedhatah. Nairgunyastharamante sma. Gunanu kathane harehe. Prabhuji's, somebody can repeat. Prayena munayo rajan. Nivritta vidhishedhatah. गुणानुगतने हरेः. Anyone? Mataji. Prayena munayo rajan nivruta vidishedataḥ nairgunyasthāramante smā gunānugatane harihe. Prayena munayo rajan nivruta vidishedataḥ nairgunyasthāramante smā gunānugatane harihe. Hare Krishna. Okay. Prayena, mainly, Munayaha, all sages, Rajan, O king, Nivruttaha, above, Vidhi, regulative principles, Shedhataha, from restrictions, Nirgunasthaha, transcendentally situated, Ramante, take pleasure, distinctly, Gunānugatane, describing the glories, Harehe, of the Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Sri Prabhupada ki Jai. O King Parikshit, mainly the topmost transcendentalists who are above the regulative principles and restrictions take pleasure in describing the glories of the Lord. Purport. The topmost transcendentalist is a liberated soul and is therefore not within the purview of regulative principles. A neophyte who is intended to be promoted to the spiritual plane is guided by the spiritual master under the regulative principle. He may be compared to a patient who is treated by various restrictions under the medical jurisdiction. Generally, a liberated souls also take pleasure in describing the transcendental activities as mentioned above. Since Narayan, Hari, the personality of Godhead, is beyond material creation, his form and attributes are not material. The topmost transcendentalists or liberated souls realize him by advanced experience of transcendental knowledge, and therefore they take pleasure in discussion of transcendental qualities of the Lord's pastimes. In Bhagavad Gita, the personality of Godhead declares that his appearance and activities are all divyam, transcendental. The common man who is under the spell of material energy takes it for granted that the Lord is like one of us, and therefore he refuses to accept the transcendental nature of the Lord's form, name, etc. The topmost transcendentalist is not interested in anything material, and his taking interest in the matter of the Lord's activities is definite proof that the Lord is not like one of us in the material world. In the Vedic literatures also, it is confirmed that the Lord is one, but that he is engaged in transcendental pastimes in the company of his unalloyed devotees, and that simultaneously he is present as a super soul and expansion of Baladeva in the heart of all living entities. Therefore, the highest perfection of the transcendental realization is to take pleasure in hearing and describing the transcendental qualities of the Lord, and not in merging into his impersonal Brahman existence, for which the impersonalist monist aspire. The real transcendental pleasure is realized in the glorification of the transcendental Lord, not in the feeling of being situated in his impersonal feature. But there are also others who are not topmost transcendentalists but are in the lower state and who do not take pleasure in describing the transcendental activities of the Lord. Rather, they discuss such activities of the Lord formally with the aim of merging in his existence. Okay. Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuromilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnamasya Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitansha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhaiva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Dishtarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vācātam pangum lambrete girim yatkrupatamam vande Shri Guru Jnānaṁ Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishvara. Hare Krishna. So in this purport, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? English? सबको English आता है. Everybody knows English. So we'll talk in English. But anybody wants Kannada translation? Telugu translation is happening behind. Okay. So here a few words are there. Some concepts Srila Prabhupada is mentioning here. So in translation we spoke about Nirgunya. You know, heard about Nirgunya? So the devotees or the transcendentalists or Adhyatmavadis who are Nirgunya, who are beyond the transcendental, beyond these modes of nature. Nirgunya means above the gunas. Gunas are what? What are different kinds of gunas? Sattva gun, raja gun, tamo gun. Sometimes people tell that the Nirgunya means somebody who doesn't have any qualities. While worshipping the Lord, people have two kinds of conceptions. That God is formless. God doesn't have any figure at all. How God can be a figure? How God can have a form? How can He be having a body? God doesn't have a body. God is an energy. Heard about it? How many of you believe that God is just an energy? Do you believe God is just an energy? No, Bhagwan बस energy है and from that energy everything is getting managed. Do you believe this? No. Some people believe this. God is just an energy. And they don't accept that God can be a body also. And sometimes they think, they say, okay, God comes in incarnation. We ask them, okay, how can you say that God doesn't have energy? Krishna is there, Rama is there, Govinda is there, Narasimha is there. All they come into a body. They said, yes, God is an energy. Sometimes he takes the body. And then again he becomes energy. So they don't accept that God can be into the body. They think that being in a body means having limitations. You know? Because you have got this body, can you fly? That means limitations, right? You cannot fly. You know? You have got this body, can you eat 100 gulab-jam at one time? No. Because this is a limitation because of this body. You have got this body, can you swim for 100 hours? One shot? Can you swim to America? No, you have to take a boat and all these things. No? So we got this body, that means we got limitations. We got this body, we got diseases also. Right? How many of you are without any disease? मेरे को कोई disease नहीं हुआ अब तक. I not got any disease at all in my life. डॉक्टर का मुंह नहीं देखा. हो सकता है डॉक्टर का मुंह नहीं देखा, but it can be, but we fall sick. Sometimes cold, cough, this, that. Because we got the body, we got a limitation. That's why this monist means the people who think that there is no form. They think that how God can have a body, because body means bondage. Body is a bandhan. So they think that God cannot be a body because of their past experiences. But they don't understand that there can be a transcendental body which is beyond these limitations. God's body is transcendental. How is it transcendental? We can see God has a beautiful eyes, nose, beautiful hairs, all these things. Okay, he looks beautiful. But beyond that, whatever the body, he is powerful. We call Narasimha Tavakara Kamalavare. What is that? Kamalavare. What is this? Hands are like lotus. And with this lotus-like hand, this flower is so soft, so delicate, nice, no? With this lotus-like flower, lotus-like hands, Narasimha is killing. Can somebody kill with the soft thing? I beat him with the flower. You got hurt? No. But Narasimha's lotus hands can kill Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu's chest was like a stone. Chest was like a mountain. Even stone you throw on his chest, stone will break, but he will not. Such a kind of a strong and stout body he has. People get this kind of a strong body. Whatever you do, it will not break at all. When they just dash among the mountains, mountains will get powdered. And then this kind of a person was killed with a soft lotus-like hands of Narasimha. Sometimes people show Narasimha as a big body and muscles. Have you seen this? Some sketches, some paintings. Narasimha with a big six-pack and big chest and muscles and all these things. Narasimha is like a lotus. He is a soft person, but he can kill Hiranyakashipu. That's why Lord's body is called as a transcendental, because even though it looks like a lotus, he can kill Hiranyakashipu. He is a strong as well as soft also. So it's transcendental. It is beyond our conception, beyond our understanding how God can be. So whatever our experiences, past experiences are there, they speak about limitation, misery, problems, because I have got a body, I have got a stomachache, I have got a body, I get fever. God also should get. We impose our understanding, our experiences, our limitation on God. I have a problem, how God cannot have the problem? Isn't it foolish? You know, how there is somebody who doesn't have any problem at all? God also should have some problems. No? You know, we don't. No, this is kind of a viparit manovritti. This is ulta manovritti. Viparit thinking. There cannot be somebody who doesn't have any. How there can be a person who can hold a mountain for 7 days? I cannot hold this garland for 7 days like this. What is about garland? Just you ask somebody to hold a hand up and stand for 7 days. Okay, no good. He will get crazy. So we can't. So we think that if I can't, God also can't. So this is the viparit manovritti which thinks of God based on our ideas. This is not happen. We have to understand God. We have to understand God from His position, not from our position. So nirgunya. So God is nirgunya. That means He is beyond the modes. He has got transcendental modes. Nirgunyastha. And those devotees who worship that nirgun God, who doesn't have material qualities but has spiritual qualities, they also will become nirgunya. So devotees, while worshipping that supreme person, automatically they will achieve those qualities. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam. What is the next shloka? After that, whoever thinks of me while dying. Anybody remember that shloka? Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalaivaram. What is it? What is that? Tell me again. You see, in this word, this important word is yapayati sa madbhavam. Understand? Krishna says they get my bhava. Bhava. Krishna's bhava. What is Krishna's bhava? Krishna is transcendental. So whoever worships Krishna, they will achieve Krishna's bhava. What bhava? Not just simply mind, not simply the consciousness, he will get even the body like Krishna. You heard about Sarupya Mukti? In the Sarupya Mukti, people get the exact body like Krishna. So in this way, ya prayati sa madbhavam. So Krishna is nirgunya. So devotees will also become nirgunya. And then, what will this nirgunya people will do? Here it is mentioned that those people who are nirgunya, they don't need to follow vidhi and nishedha. Heard about vidhi and nishedha? Vidhi. Vidhi means, generally what is meant by vidhi? Vidhi means something written in the Vedas. Vidhi, rules and regulation. What we should do, what we should not do. That is vidhi. Vidhi and nishedha. What we should do is a vidhi, what we should not do is nishedha. So people, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, this is fine. Hare Krishna. Okay. Some echoes, let us see. So vidhi and nishedha. Vidhi means what we should be doing and nishedha means we should not be doing. What are things we should be doing? Waking up in the morning, come for Mangalarti, chant 16 rounds and follow 4 relative principles, and there are above that there are so many moral codes and conduct. In other times our Vairāgyaṁ Prabhu says, or maybe Rajesh Krishna Prabhu says, okay, we have to come to the center, we have to come in dhoti kurta only. This is vidhi. And what he says, whenever you come to the center, you have to come with the tilak. Vidhi. You should not come without taking bath. Nishedha. So all these things are there. We should, we should avoid. When you come to center, don't use slangs. We have so many words we use in the slangs. In Tamil they say, what is that? vada, poda, all these languages. We should not use in when you come to center. We should respectfully speak. Prabhuji, Mataji, that kind of language issue. This is nishedha. You know? So we have to be reminded. You know, in our friends and outside we should say, Arey, vada, poda, yenada. You know? So here we should not use all these languages. So that is nishedha. We have to be careful about our language. We should not shout when there is arti going on. Nishedha. You know? So in this way, there are so many vidhi and nishedha which are mentioned. You heard about Vaishnava etiquette classes? Vaishnava etiquette classes, they will tell what we should do, what we should not do, and how to speak, how to eat, and how to serve prasadam. We should serve like this, we should not serve like that. All these vidhi and nishedhas will be there. And sometimes people will get, hey Prabhuji, after coming to ISKCON, so many rules and regulations, Prabhuji. What is this, Prabhuji? And so many bandhans, so many bondage, we should become free and all these things and happy life, whatever we like we should do. How many rules and regulations? You feel that, huh? No? In the initial days we will feel all these things, definitely. Because this is a new place, they are learning new things. So, vidhi and nishedhas will be always there. So, it is mentioned here, people who are transcendental, who are senior devotees, they don't need to follow these rules and regulations. Nice, no? When we are new, that time we have to follow rules and regulations. But when we become senior devotees, no rules and regulations. Such a wonderful thing. Just as quickly as possible, become a senior devotee, then nobody will ask you, Prabhuji, chanting 16 rounds, Arey Prabhuji, I am a senior devotee. Prabhuji, come for Mangalarti. Prabhuji, I am a senior devotee, I will not come for Mangalarti, I will do whatever. Prabhuji, Seva, center will coming, after coming, you should do Seva, Prabhuji. Arey, I am a senior devotee, Prabhuji. What do you say? Is very nice, no? Just as quickly as possible, become a senior devotee, then no rules, no regulations, no bothering at all. Sometimes even sahajiyas, they also things like that. As quickly as possible, take a Babaji vesh and nobody will ask you. Rules and regulations, whatever you like, you eat, offering, non-offering, whatever you should eat with offering only. After becoming Babaji, who cares? Where Mangalarti, Unmangalarti, taken bath or not taken bath, dadi kiya, nahi kiya, we should shave and come to center, okay? Clean, this is Vaishnava etiquette, right? So after becoming Babaji, this much big beard, no shaving of head at all. This one, people think like that, and then as quickly as possible they want to become a senior. So how we understand that? Senior devotees mean no rules and regulations, or what? It's lucrative. But being senior doesn't mean that we are not following rules and regulations. We should not follow rules and regulations. Once, one Prabhupada disciple was there into some temple. Yesterday Atul Krishna Prabhu was telling this past time. He went to a temple and there was a Bhagavatam class arranged. Atul Krishna was giving Bhagavatam class, and that President Prabhu was Prabhupada disciple. He was president of the center. He fell sick and he could not come for Bhagavatam class. After Bhagavatam class, Prabhupada disciple came to Atul Krishna Prabhu and started asking forgiveness. Prabhuji, please forgive me, I could not come for Bhagavatam class when you are giving. And Atul Krishna was telling, this is such a senior devotee and he is asking forgiveness from me that he could not come. Prabhuji, kya Prabhuji, why you need? You are already senior devotee, you are Prabhupada disciple, so there is no botheration that you should come or not come. So why you are asking? Many Prabhuji, is not like that. Because I am a senior, I must come for a Bhagavatam class. That is obvious. See, when somebody is a senior, maybe somebody is a Shuddha Bhakta, for them, there is no rules and regulations, means it becomes natural for them to follow rules and regulations. When have you gone to the kindergarten school? And somebody, of course, all of you are gone, but now also. So when a small child goes to kindergarten, they will tell the children, okay children, you should cut your nails every day. They will tell, okay children, you should brush your teeth every day. They will teach all these things and they will make rules. But has anybody asked you to brush your teeth every day? Now, at least yesterday, after day before yesterday, kindergarten they will ask every day. But now are they asking anybody? No. Why? Because brushing teeth is natural for us. Even if somebody doesn't ask, you will brush your teeth. Even if somebody asks or doesn't ask, you will take bath 3 times a day, right? 3 times a day? Just 2 times a day, okay. So this becomes, rules and regulations becomes a natural for senior. When you become a mature enough, these rules and regulations become a natural. So that doesn't mean these people are not following rules and regulations. Chanting 16 rounds is not compulsory for sannyasis. Okay, what does it mean? Because they are chanting 24 hours a day. Every time they are thinking about Krishna. Chanting is for us, 16 rounds is for us. Why? Because we have to practice remembering Krishna. But when some senior devotee or maybe the Shuddha Bhaktas, they don't stop at 16. Nobody will ask them whether they chanted or not because they are always chanting. You ask someone, Prabhuji, how many rounds you are chanting? Prabhuji, he will say 16. But you observe, he will chant more rounds. He will not stop at say 16. At least somehow or other he will have 16, 17, 18. He will have always eagerness. So, okay, let me do more. 16, 24, 64 is easy. So senior devotees or maybe the sannyasis and the Shuddha Bhaktas, for them the purpose is already solved for 16 rounds. Why we chant 16 rounds? To remember Krishna. But they are already remembering Krishna 24 hours. There is no time. So they are already into that state. So for them it is natural. They are following naturally into their that consciousness. So rules and regulations they are already following in themselves. For us, we have to make a practice. So in a bhakti stages, there's a stage called as a sadhana bhakti. In the sadhana bhakti, there are 2 stages. Sadhana bhakti, we are sadhana bhaktas. We are not that kind of a Shuddha bhakta or maybe a bhava bhakta. We are a sadhana bhakta. In sadhana bhakti, there are 2 stages. One stage is called as Vedhi sadhana bhakti and other is called as a Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Vedhi sadhana bhakti, Guru will tell, okay, wake up for Mangalarti, chant 16 rounds, do this, do that, do some services and all these things we do. And when somebody goes to the level, after finishing all these things, he achieves the Raganuga sadhana bhakti, all these rules and regulations become natural. When waking up for Mangalarti, while sleeping we put alarm. And when alarm rings at 4 o'clock, what we will do? We will snooze it and we will say 5 minutes more. This is symptom of sadhana bhakta. Sadhana bhakta, Vedhi sadhana bhakta. Like us, we just snooze it. Okay, 5 minutes more, 5 minutes more. And just before 5:30, we just wake up 5 minutes back and just 3 minutes we attend for Mangalarti. Right? At least in Brahmacharya Ashram we do 3 minutes, record break time. 3 minutes, get up and get ready and touch down at the temple hall before conscience. 3 minutes record. My devotee is there. And the brushing, bathing, dhoti, everything 3 minutes, tilak also. While coming on the way, they put tilak and come like just before conscience, just dhad. So this record, the devotees are there. So this is a symptom of sadhana bhakta, they are Vedhi sadhana bhakta. But when somebody becomes mature, senior, what they will do? What will happen? They will also put alarm. They will also put alarm to wake up in the morning, and when alarm rings, they are already awake. Brush wash करके ready हो गए, 4 बजे से पहले ready है, and just they are waiting when altar will open. They are very eager to take darshan of the Lord in the Mangalarti. That eagerness will drive them. That eagerness will not allow them to sleep also. Whole night they will be worried. When this time, when Mangalarti will come, when Mangalarti will happen, when Pudati will happen. I have seen. When I was there in the service of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he was sick. He was completely bedridden. And in the night, we used to have night shift there. And the night shift, we will be always awake, watching Maharaj, what happening and all these things. And suddenly in the midnight he will wake up. What is the time? And I will ask Maharaj, it's 2 o'clock in the night. Mangalarti, where? Time is there, Maharaj. And Maharaj will sleep. Again suddenly 5 minutes, 10 minutes afterwards he will wake up. Mangalarti is there. Such a stage, his health is not good and he's sick. 65 years old person, now that time 65, now 75. So, every whole night he will be getting up and he was having eagerness. Mangalarti, I should not miss Mangalarti. He will every now and then he will wake up and ask time. And at this stage also. This is the symptom of very seeing a very Shuddha Bhakta. So they are eager to attend Mangalarti, to have darshan. Once you get the taste of attending Mangalarti is not botheration for you. At Vaidhi Bhakti stage, the rules and regulations are like a botheration. Kya niyam bana ke rakhe hain? Why should I follow this? But when we become Shuddha Bhakta, these rules and regulations are natural. Naturally they will start following. When we are new and came to Krishna consciousness, Prabhuji, you have to follow 4 everyday principles, no non-veg eating. Prabhuji, but today is Sunday, Prabhuji. And while coming to Puram, there are so many shops and a huge queue above that, and that will attract us. Baba, Sunday, and today we have to go to the center. Missing all these things. This is, and after some time, when you become a 4 years, 3 years, senior devotee, then you are becoming natural. All these things will cause you disgust. Ye log kaise gande log hai. And thought will not come at all in your mind that we should eat at all these things. Kya eating? Never. The eating means prasadam only and only prasadam, nothing else. Eating prasadam becomes natural for us. This is kind of a sign of elevation, sign of advancement. When we become advanced, these rules will not bother us at all. Living with the rules and whatever rules we are talking about, this becomes our lifestyle. We have to go somewhere, dhoti kurta. Just in our cupboard, shirt pant will get outdated. And only dhoti kurta is full of our cupboard. That's all, nothing else. Dress means dhoti kurta. That's all, nothing else. Traditional dresses. A shirt pant, occasionally sometimes we have to go to office, 1 or 2 pairs of shirt pant, that's all. But as soon as come from office, dhoti kurta. That's a natural for us. Otherwise, Sunday means dhoti kurta. Dhoti kurta specially kept an eye for Sunday only. That is, what is the Vaidhi Bhaktas. And but when we become Raganuga Bhakta, dhoti kurta is the only dress for me. This is how we grow. This is the sign of maturity. When you become mature, this becomes natural for us. Rules and regulations become natural. Once Srila Prabhupada was staying into the Gaudiya Matha, after establishing ISKCON, and then all these devotees came to India, and they were, of course ISKCON was not, Calcutta was not established, so they were going. And early morning Prabhupada woke up and all these things, some situation was there. Prabhupada was not having tilak. Suddenly a new devotee, a small kid, not small kid, new bhakta came. Prabhupada, your tilak is gone. You don't have tilak. Prabhupada said, okay, tilak is for you, it's not for me. So it is a state of Paramhamsa. Tilak there or not there. Prabhupada is always a pure devotee. So rules and regulations are for us. not to bind for the pure devotees, binding for the pure devotees. You should not put a finger on, अरे ये सिंगर devotee हैं, ये शुद्ध भक्त हैं, मंगलाती नहीं आते. You know, I've seen when I was in our college days base that time, we had some senior devotees used to be coming to us, our center, our room, to stay with us, to guide us. So as soon as Mangalarti time happens, they will wake up, they will get up, get ready. We were not doing Mangalarti in our rooms because it was a small base. 4:30 morning, they will wake up, they will sing Mangalarti, sing chanting, they will remember, and they will start their japa. We will be sleeping and we will like, "Arey Prabhu ji kya kar rahe hain? Chanting." When we were going to yatras now also, when we go to yatras, all these senior devotees train ho ya whatever devotee, take a bath, come back, see the Mangalarti of, right now the advancement has come, they will see Mangalarti of Mayapur in the mobile and they start chanting, whatever it is, a train or a flight or whatever it is, never miss it. So this is how the rules and regulations become a natural phenomena for the devotees. So vidhi nishedhas are for neophyte. When the neophyte devotees, question is, why we feel these vidhi nishedhas as a bothering? Question is, senior devotees को तो अच्छा लगता है, they feel it nice, but why we are feeling that kind of a trouble? Why we are feeling so much botheration about rules and regulation? Because right now we have not got that taste and attraction for Krishna. We have not developed it. We are not developed to attraction to see Gaur-Neta in the morning for Mangalarti. When this taste will develop, then all these rules will not become botheration for us. In this way, this is all rules and regulations are there for us to develop that taste, do deity worships and all these things. These are all for us neophyte devotees to develop attachment to Krishna. More we serve Krishna, more we talk about Krishna, more we discuss about Him, more we take pleasure in His darshan, more and more our attachment will increase. So because Krishna's attribute, Krishna's name and form are not material things, they are transcendental, they are spiritual. So his activities and all these things also will give us spiritual pleasure to us. When these things will give spiritual pleasure, then will that stage will happen. Rasavarjam rasopesya paramatman vartate. When we get a higher taste, the lower taste will automatically go off. That botheration will go off, and we achieve the state of Bhagavata. So we transcend the material modes into this. We transcend the bodily limitations. We transcend our distractions when we get a taste and attachment towards Krishna. There is so much distraction and so much disturbance in our life. While following this positive principle also, there are so many things, so many places we get allured. Friends will come, अरे गोवा party है ना? They will say, अरे गोवा जाना है. And then what will happen? अरे नहीं, my Sunday program will miss. I will not go. Because attachment has developed. Because I transcend rasavarjam rasopesa, higher taste we have got. And then these distractions will never bother. Distraction of goa party, hoya, anything else. So this is the taste, this is the rasavarjam, which will help us to transcend beyond bodily limitations. Bodily, even psychological limitations, everything will get transcended. So that's how devotees become nairgunya. And ramante sma gunanu kathane hare. And they will enjoy discussing the glories of the Lord all the time. These are the symptoms of pure devotees. They will just take pleasure. What is shloka in Srimad Bhagavad Gita? Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, last shloka. Nice. Second shloka. Heard about it? Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. What will do is pure devotees when they meet each other? Remember somebody? Yeah. Tushyanti Jaramanti Jar. What is that shloka? Remember? Just taste for all of you. ठीक है, चलिए. So this is the purport of this particular shloka, and the answer question is how to become that pure devotee. How to become that pure devotee? The answer is given into the next verse. Next verse means this verse gives a question, challenge. What is that? Machita madgata prana bodhayanta parasana. अब याद आ गया. bodhayanta parasana कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च. So this is the connection here. And how to attain that state? How to attain that state of spiritually elevated person? How to attain that stage of Shuddha Bhakta? How to become that transcendental devotee? How to transcend this? How to become the Nirgunya? The process is second shloka. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samitam. One who reads Bhagavatam every day, one who reads, one who hears Bhagavatam every day, one who enjoys the pastimes of the Lord from Srimad Bhagavatam every day, one who associates Srimad Bhagavatam every day, he will become Nirgunya. He will transcend all these problems. So solution is to read Bhagavatam every day. That's how the Lord has written this Srimad Bhagavatam. That's how Lord has incarnated in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. In a Kali Yuga, there is no avatar of Krishna is going to happen except Kalki Avatara. Then what is the, we may think that it is the most unfortunate stage for us. Most unfortunate. How will it happen? So for deliverance of people in Kali Yuga, Krishna has incarnated in the form of his name and specifically Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no difference between Krishna and Srimad Bhagavatam. You want to see Krishna? Bring Srimad Bhagavatam at home. You want to take association of Krishna? Open Srimad Bhagavatam and read Srimad Bhagavatam. So you are never away from Krishna. So you can be with Krishna. You have missed Krishna by 5,000 years. By fortune, if you have taken a birth 5,000 years back, there was a chance that you would have seen Krishna. But now, still you can get that fortune just by bringing Srimad Bhagavatam in your home and reading Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Okay? So try to become fortunate by accepting Srimad Bhagavatam and reading, and whenever this chance comes, hear from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we are stopping here. Any questions? You have some more time or that's all? Huh? Okay. Yeah? 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes question answers. Okay. Any questions? Prashna Mahinda? Later. Yeah, Prabhu.
We are doing sadhana and when it comes to service, is that how we can get that pleasure, or how we can get that mode of service so that Swami helps us to do more sadhana and commingle with the devotees that so everyone has so not like that have so that it does not disturb our sadhana and both the relationship.
Yeah. Prabhuji is asking question here ki when we are doing our sadhana, so how to do all these things while say the mood and taste for the seva also will increase. So there are two things in our devotional life. More important is both of things are important. The seva and sadhana. Sadhana comes Mangalati, chanting, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and seva is serving all the Vaishnavas other and preaching also one of the sevas. So both of the things are important and both of the things are interdependent and both of the things support each other. We cannot say, okay, no seva, only sadhana. Sadhana will not last for long time. When somebody says, okay, क्या साधना कर रहे बैठा है, जाओ, go do service, है ना, go cook, go do book distribution, do preaching, no sadhana at all. The seva also will not survive for long time. So good sadhana will help you to bring the enthusiasm for the seva. And when somebody does a nice seva with full heart and pleases the Vaishnavas, this will bring more taste into chanting. Finally, ultimately, everything is based on how you develop taste for nice chanting. Even your seva, that washing pots or cooking or whatever, that all these sevas is there to develop the taste in chanting. Why Pujari is doing seva there? To develop the taste in chanting. Why somebody is cooking upstairs? Because he wants to develop the seva taste in chanting. And when somebody develops the taste in chanting, when somebody develops the taste in Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, he will understand what is the glories of the devotees, he will understand what is the glories of the Krishna. And this love will transform into action. While chanting, we will get Krishna Prem, and after getting Krishna Prem, what will happen? Enthusiasm in doing service. Love is not an inert or inactive thing. Just I love. One boy is loving a girl, that means just I love in the heart, that's all. Will it happen? She will go and get married to somebody else. If you love somebody, you have to go and do something, right? At least he has to go and propose or something like that you will do. If you say, yes, I love in the heart. Our love for Krishna is also same thing like that. I do bhakti in my heart only, Prabhuji. This same thing will happen, like that girl got married to somebody else. This you will also miss the train here. So if you love Krishna, if you have bhakti, it will come into the action. If somebody really loves Krishna, he will never miss doing service. Nice chanting, proper chanting, 16 rounds properly. And as soon as Prabhuji calls, Prabhuji, aaj seva hai. Yes, Prabhuji, 5 minutes pehle hi present. So this will increase. Nice chanting will give you enthusiasm for seva. And when somebody does a nice seva, this love for Krishna or taste in chanting will again increase. Okay? So both are interdependent and supportive to each other. So we cannot compromise anything. So chanting time, proper sadhana, and when seva time, full heart into the seva. We read Bhagavatam.
But not always we read with that. We just read this many verses and complete it. So, 100 quantity how much, but how to get that amount of understanding?
Yeah, Prabhu is telling, we read Bhagavatam, but we feel it boring. The essence of your question is, and I guess, before starting the class itself, I told the Bhagavatam second canto is really a tough task to digest because there is no stories there. And all philosophy, even a dry philosophy. And how to digest all these things. There is a real challenge. Somebody starts reading Bhagavatam, even Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam, of course, there are so many stories are there at some time. But Bhagavad Gita is the most difficult task. How many of you finished Bhagavad Gita reading? How many of you finished Bhagavad Gita first chapter only and stopped reading Bhagavad Gita? Somebody feel the barrier of first chapter. After first chapter doesn't go ahead. Second chapter also difficult. Second chapter understanding also difficult. 74 verses. Difficult. That is a barrier. Second chapter of Bhagavad Gita is also barrier. Second chapter and third chapter. And Srimad Bhagavatam also, the second canto is a barrier. We don't feel interest. Because philosophy, right? But Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita understanding, we have to develop with association of devotees. Of course, as somebody crosses this barrier of second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, as somebody crosses the barrier of this second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, his train will not stop. That is the fact. How many of you started reading Bhagavatam? How many of you are reading Bhagavatam in third canto now? Fourth canto, above that? You know, you are reading, right? Now you got taste for it and continuously reading, right? So second canto was difficult. But after that, somehow you finished it. And now, it will not stop. Bhagavad Gita also same thing. But we have to cross this barrier somehow or other. That target you keep it. You have to cross this second chapter, second canto, third chapter. Just after that we will not stop. Because taste will get. And how to get that? Simple trick is Bhagavat Padechiya Bhagavatera Sthane. Take association of devotees who have got that taste in reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Just sit with the devotees. Okay, make a pair. You both sit together and read Srimad Bhagavatam. Discuss about it. Okay, we read one chapter purport. Okay, I understood this. You understood this. One line is important. Okay, go ahead. Next purport. And third purport. Fourth purport. Yes, keep on doing it. So automatically taste will increase. Bhagavat Padechiya Bhagavatera Sthane. If you find some senior devotees, well and good. If not, take your fellow devotees, friends, start reading with them. So this is how we cross this barrier. And as soon as we get the test, train will not stop. We have some devotees, we have reading sessions happening. You know, we do reading sessions in the evening, and the devotees, they cross third chapter, third canto, train is not stopping. Even if I am not there, they will log in and start reading it. That's all. Now, even if I am not there, sometimes for a week I will not attend the reading session, but they keep on reading it. They will keep making notes. Okay, when Prabhuji will come, we'll ask this question. They will keep notes and all these things. But they are not stopping. Even if I say, Arey, no Bhagavatam class, Bhagavatam reading today, no Prabhuji, somehow they will come. Because that taste they have got. So, make a group of the devotees and start reading, somehow or other. Bhagavat Padechiya Bhagavatera Sthane, and take help of senior devotees to explain and clarify the doubts, you will get the taste. Okay? This is Bhagavatam is a nectar. Bhagavatam is a ripened fruit. It will give you taste. It will definitely give you taste. Sometimes it will feel like dry, like a jackfruit, rough from outside. But open it, there's a juice there. है it's like a jackfruit. ठीक है? Very good. Yes, sir.
Krishna's body is
Transcendental. Okay. It's a
5,000
years ago. Arrow hit. Bleeds. People say. We have reading in WhatsApp, right?
There is a chance to misunderstand his body is
Material, correct. Yeah. See, when we say Krishna's body is transcendental, we really understand that there is no difference between Krishna's body and Krishna's soul. We have the difference that I have a body, I am the soul, I have a subtle body, and all this gradation is there, and I am between that as a soul. So there is a difference. I am different and body is different. But for Krishna, the soul and the body are same. There is nothing. Krishna's body is not made of flesh and bone and mucus and all these things. Krishna's body doesn't have. So this is what we have understood. This is what we speak. But there is a story, there are pastimes, there are so many pastimes where we see Krishna's body getting bleeding. Anybody remember what are the pastimes when Krishna's body bleeds? Okay, that is one part. That bleeding is there, I don't know. From arrow hits, that's the fine. Okay, any other pastime where Krishna body bleeds? Right? What? No, there are so many. Krishna body bleeding. Draupadi, this ties this one, Krishna body bleeds. And then another, Krishna body bleeds. What is that? Yashoda Maya, that type bleeding. Oh, Yashoda Maya will faint when she will see Krishna bleeding. And she will die. Vishwata Maya cannot see Krishna bleeding at all. Such a kind of a job. She will not hit also. She will just show the stick. That's all. She didn't beat Krishna. Okay. Yeah. Pitama Bhishma was shooting arrows. Krishna was bleeding, and Pitama Bhishma was enjoying, and Krishna also was enjoying. Pitama Bhishma shooting arrows. And Krishna body bleeds, but doesn't give pain to Krishna. It gives pleasure only. So these all pastimes. Draupadi tying cloth in Krishna's finger, or Pitama Bhishma shooting arrows on Krishna. These are all pastimes. Even though Krishna bleeds, that is on his own will, he bleeds, and pastime happens. And when we talk about that person, what is a Vyadha, shooting arrow and this one. See, even Krishna's body bleeds, it is a transcendental. Because it on his own will it happens. To show the Leela, to increase the Leela, Krishna shows, okay, I am also having blood. But actually he doesn't have blood at all. Look, he doesn't have blood and bone and all these things in his body. He is a transcendental, simply. Just to show that this, he will show all these things. But yes. When we talk about this Vyadha shooting arrow to Krishna's toe and Krishna dies. This is an illusion. How Krishna can die when he doesn't have body at all? Krishna's body and the soul is no difference. How Krishna can die? Krishna is a Purna Paramatma, right? How Paramatma can have Paramatma? No. There is no soul, no super soul, no body. He is one person at all, from toe to nail, everything. One person, everything. He doesn't have any difference. So when somebody shoots arrow at Krishna's toe, people say he dies. How can somebody die? Such a kind of a powerful person, Kshatriya, he took so many arrows in the body, just arrow on the toe and he will die. Can you believe? Pitama Bhishma was shooting arrows and arrows and arrows, piercing, and just arrow to the toe. If I hit your finger, will you die? No, there is no chance. And how can you see Krishna can die by hitting the arrow on the window? Okay, somebody says, okay, Prabhuji, that arrow had a deadly poison. What deadly poison? That poison was meant to kill just a deer. The person who has drank poison, called a kutta poison from the putana, how can he die? Just by taking the poison of that killing deer? No, that is not. This is an illusion that Krishna dies. Just to put people into illusion, Krishna just makes a drama that I am dying. And there is no cremation, nothing happened. Krishna just went. So when all these things happened, you read Srimad Bhagavatam, or maybe you read all this. Srimad Bhagavatam take the reference for that. So when Krishna completes his pastimes, he just goes above with his own body. There is no body living in this world. Some places it is mentioned that Krishna leaves the body. So Srimad Bhagavatam explains that Krishna leaving body means Krishna leaving this material world. Because this material world is Krishna's body. You heard of Vishwarupa Darshana? Vishwarupa Darshan, he expands himself, he shows that his whole world is body. Eyes, sun and moon are like an eyes, and devatas are like his hands, and apoloka, tapoloka, loloka, these are like a body, limb and all these things. So this is his body. Krishna leaving this material world is the meaning that he is leaving the body. Okay? So whenever there is a Srimad Bhagavatam or maybe Mahabharata or whatever, it is said that Krishna leaves the body, that means Krishna leaves this material world. Okay? That's how we should understand this. Actually, there is no cremation, nothing. Okay? So this is right attitude, right understanding of this Krishna's confusing pastime. Sometimes some Shastras like Mahabharata somewhere, I think somewhere mentioned that there were cremation and all these things just to misguide people, that's all. People who wants to think God as a man. For them, some places it is written, okay, you want to believe this. So we have the reference for that. Okay? But otherwise, this is the right reference for it. Okay. ठीक है. Hare Krishna. So we'll conclude here. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.